We play physical.
You're listening to Hopewell High School Sports on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM. Hopewell High School Sports.
I love it here.
All right, very pleasant good evening. Welcome to Murner Field here in Hopewell for tonight's classic matchup between the Knights of Thomasdale and the Blue Devils of Hopewell. Hello, everyone. Jeff Butler bringing you all the play-by-play action for tonight's ball game, featuring two 7-2 squads in the Central District. Not like in the olden days where you would have a outright winner of the Central District and earn your playoff berth that way. Now, with the size of the school a big factor, these two squads will go on into their separate playoff pictures. Thomasdale, a big school in the 6A classification, and then Hopewell in a 3A with a much smaller school. And yet these two teams faced off last year in Thomasdale, and Hopewell took care of Dale. You know they've got revenge on their mind tonight. They would love to pick up a head of steam heading into next week's last regular season game and on into their playoff picture. Coach Ricky Irby had a good week of practice. We'll hear from him in just a couple of minutes as he talks about last week's win over Matoika, 46-35 on the road. It was the fourth consecutive win for the Blue Devils. They're hitting their stride, much like last year when they were at a point at 2-2 in the record and then reeled off 11 consecutive wins to make it all the way to the state semifinals and losing, but a very impressive 11-3 record. And right in the midst of that now, in the 4-game winning streak, Hopewell faces Thomasdale again and hoping to continue that winning streak and get them right back into the playoffs. Of course, next week, one more important game. It's going to be right back here at Murner Field against Prince George. That closes out the regular season, and then Hopewell is guaranteed of a playoff. They're ranked number 3 in the Division 3 playoff picture. Well, we're going to hear from Coach Irby. We're going to take a couple of breaks. We recorded an interview with him earlier, but first, let's listen to some of our sponsors that have been bringing you Hopewell football all year long on AM 1340 WHAP.
Needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options, such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. Hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
We're back here at Murner Field as we get set for tonight's great matchup between the Knights of Thomas Dale and the Blue Devils of Hopewell, both coming in with that 7-2 record. They've had a couple of teams that they've played in common. That's Colonial Heights, Dinwiddie, Petersburg, and Meadowbrook. So, Hopewell has taken care of Colonial Heights, much like Thomas Dale's 56-7 victory. Petersburg's win's a little bit more convincing than Hopewell's. For instance, Thomas Dale beat Petersburg 42-20. Our game was 20-12. The Meadowbrook score, though, was pretty similar. We took care of Meadowbrook, shutting them out 16-0, and Dale last week only beat them 18-6. The big difference, though, was in the Dinwiddie game where we got blown out 63-21, and Dale gave Dinwiddie maybe their hardest game of the year. It was a 28-19 victory from Dinwiddie over Dale. So I had a chance to sit down with Coach Ricky Irby earlier today, and we got his reflections on Matoika game last week and also on the game tonight. Let's go to that interview at this point.
In our pregame show before tonight's home game against Thomas Dale. Coach, I know you've been preparing your team all week for this important game, and we'll get a chance to talk about it in a couple of minutes. But first, I wanted to unpack with you last week's game. It was a road game against Matoika. A lot of points scored, 46-35 win, and your team's fourth win in a row. And so, first of all, congratulations for that one.
Thank you.
I know the weather was a lot different, overcast, and it was actually raining as the kickoff was made. The first game produced a Hopewell fumble, but it didn't, even though Matoika capitalized 7 plays later with a touchdown, it didn't knock your team off stride. They scored 18 unanswered points, and then they also effectively limited their leading receiver, Terrence Whitfield, who had been the area's game of the week player with his 3 touchdown receptions in their game over Meadowbrook.
That was our game plan going in. We wanted to focus on their passing game, and especially number 2. We knew he was a very good football player, and we wanted to try to take him out of the game and make other guys beat us. And was really proud of the effort that our kids gave Friday night. Yeah, we let up some points. Like you said earlier, it was a little bit of wet field to start off with, and we had some turnovers early. And gave our defense a short field to work with, and they capitalized on it. But I was really proud of the resiliency and the way that our players overcame the adversity and just kept plugging away. And it wasn't always pretty, but it was effective, and we were able to get the win.
Yeah. And speaking of athletes of the week, Hopewell got their first one. Greg Tuffy's play earned him the area's athlete of the week. 15 carries, 3.3 yards.
That's actually the second time in the last 3 weeks that Greg has been named the athlete of the week by the Progress Index.
So, right.
Yeah, he's done a great job for us and stepped into the quarterback position and has really commanded the offense, and the team has rallied around him, and he's done an outstanding job for us. And I couldn't be prouder of what Greg has done for our football team.
Now, Coach, it was still anybody's game at halftime. Matoika only trailed 26-21. I can imagine one of the halftime conversations that your coaches had was, how do you come out in the second half to defend their 5-receiver package? What adjustments did you make to cause them some third quarter difficulty? They had to eventually revert to other formats.
Yeah, what we did is they kept putting number 2 to the backside, to the 2 receiver side, where we were double teaming him. So on the other side, we were just basically 3-on-3 on that side. And what we did was we switched Navon King, who's a long, athletic pass rusher, over to that side of the ball. And you saw when they tried to run the screen the first time, Navon was able to get a hand on it, knock it down, and we actually recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown. So, little adjustments we made with our outside linebackers. We brought them up and put them pressing on their number, the second receiver, just to keep him off of our safeties and our corners. So we did that, and it worked well for us.
You know, when King made that great defensive play and Hopewell's Cooper recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown, that made it 33-21. And then later on, Cuffey had a 23-yard touchdown run at 39-21. That 18-point cushion, Coach Parker was sitting there in the press box, and he thought back over who he would nominate for Stroh-Snyder's Chevrolet Player of the Game, and he gave it to King for that defensive play. And then he later had an interception as well. He thought that was the momentum turnaround that really started Hopewell in the
no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. He played an outstanding game for us on the defensive side of the ball, and once again, so did Nas Cooper on the defensive side of the ball, as well as on the offensive side of the ball. Had some big carries for us, and when they knew we were running the ball, we were still able to run the ball effectively. And had 3 players with 100 yards rushing last week, and was really proud of the effort of our offensive line and of our running game.
Yeah, I'm visiting with Coach Ricky Irby before tonight's game against Dale, and Dale has had some significant wins, Coach. They have the same record, though, as Hopewell, and they did play Dinwiddie a little bit tougher than any other team. They only lost 28-19. Their defense looks tough. It looks like that they've intercepted a significant number of passes this year and recovered a lot of fumbles. How do you attack this team that you know a lot about? What are the keys to squaring off against Dale?
Well, first of all, they're a very formidable opponent. They have a lot of athletes. They have a lot of players on their team. They rotate a lot of guys in and out. They stay fresh throughout the game. But we have I feel like we have a great game plan. We got to keep them off balance. We got to mix in the run, the pass, the play action pass, and the inside and outside runs and the misdirections. We got to work those in as well. And if we can be versatile, carrying the football, we don't have to rely on one guy or just 2 guys, and we're able to spread the ball out to our receivers in space. I like our chances.
So, Coach, I understand Cameron Hill is doing a lot better physically. Who gets the nod at quarterback tonight?
Well, we're going to go with Greg Cuffey at the quarterback position tonight. You will see Cameron playing some slot receiver and might play some defense a little bit, but we're going to ease him back into the game. And I think Cameron can go to quarterback if he's needed there, but we're going to ride the hot hand. We're going to ride Greg Cuffey. He's led us to 4 straight wins, and he's earned the responsibility of having the quarterback position fall on his shoulders, and we feel confident that we can get another win out of this game.
Yeah. Coach, I know that every year is different, and as you remember last year's win on the road at Dale, how different are they this year? How much the same are they as you look at the game film from earlier games this year?
Well, I feel like they have a little more wide open offense. Traditional Dale football is they're going to line up shoe to shoe. They're going to try to pound the ball on you. They have some playmakers that they like to get the ball to in space. They have a freshman running back that's a really good football player that we're going to have to make sure we know where he is. He can come out of the backfield and catch the ball as well. But we feel like we have a good game plan, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Now, the last question I always ask each week is injury updates. You told me about Cameron. How about some of the others that have been nursing injuries throughout the year?
Yeah, he's the only one coming back so far. Cody Traylor's still out, our left guard. We have a couple linebackers. Our 2 starting linebackers are still out. Dre Thomas and Cody Hill. So both of those guys are out this week, and but we do get Cameron back, so that's a big help for us. And like I said, we're going to ease him back into the offense, and we'll give it a go.
Be a great game between 2. And Coach, thanks for your time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be back after this commercial timeout.
And we are back here now live at Murner Field as we get set for tonight's ball game. I'm joined by Coach Marshall Parker here in the press box, and you had a chance to listen to your former protege there that you had on your staff for a number of years, and now he has done a good job as he's been head coach for, 4 or 5 years.
Well, I thought he answered the questions we answered during the game at halftime. He'd had to make some adjustments to the trips he was seeing from Matoka, and they did exactly that. He mentioned, you mentioned Nivon King coming up with 2 big plays to turn the game around, I thought. And you had to do that. You had to make some adjustments at halftime because that was the formation that was hurting them the worst in the first half. And once he did that, it took him out of that formation and turned the whole football game over on our side.
Should be interesting, Coach, to see Cameron Hill lining up in the slot and maybe seeing a little bit of defense out of him. It just shows his versatility.
Well, he's played some receiver, since he's been with Hopewell. I mean, he played some as a freshman. Last year, I think he had him at some receiver, slot receiver, some form. And he's a good athlete. You can put him anywhere you want to put him. He can play.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Vergara's Royal Cleaners and Tailors. Ray Vergara and his staff at 900 City Point Road. They've been there since 1927 as a family-owned business, and Ray invites you to call them for any of your needs, 458-2265. That's 458-2265. Another one of our sponsors, Boppers Malt Shop. Boppers, as in every game this year, will give $1 off of a touchdown Sunday for times where Hopewell wins the game, and then an additional 25 cents off for every touchdown Hopewell scores throughout the game. I went down, Coach, and got a touchdown Sunday last week at $1.75 off, so that was very tasty. And so they are going to be at 227 East Broadway all day tomorrow is when you can take advantage of the touchdown Sunday. So invite you to go downtown Hopewell for Boppers Malt Shop. We're about 10, 11 minutes away from the start of tonight's game, and Coach, there's always a lot of excitement when these two teams square off against each other.
Well, it's a traditional rivalry game here. Thomasdale just across the river. I remember when I was playing and when my older brothers were playing here at Hopewell, Thomasdale was a small school, but always a tough competitor and gave us everything we wanted. Now they're the biggest school in the region and we're the small school, but that rivalry is still there. The players still get into it and get after each other.
The David and Goliath have switched through the years, huh?
That switch, but the rivalry, I think the game, the kids both sides get pretty excited about playing this football game. I think we're going to find a great contest tonight.
So, in looking at some of the statistics for Thomasdale, they bring back quarterback Matt Lawton, who threw 27 touchdown passes last year and 1,600 yards. But when the Thomasdale article in the magazine came out in preseason, he was injured, and so was also his backup quarterback, Gabe McCollin, who had accounted for 12 touchdowns last year. So Dale went into their preseason with both of their top 2 quarterbacks out, and then they brought in their 3 and 4 string quarterbacks, John Pierce and Elijah Smith. Pierce having started 2 years in junior varsity, and then Elijah Smith, a wide receiver. So it'll be interesting. I saw all 4 out there dressed tonight, and it'll be curious to see what Coach Kevin Tucker does now that he's got experience from all 4.
Yeah, it's really nice when you have that many players you can choose from, and they have 4 quarterbacks that can go under center and you don't miss a beat.
Yes.
And that's what they did last year. And so he's got great experience at that position. But you look at the roster and see the numbers they have. Like I said, they're the biggest school in the region, and they're going to have a lot of athletes. You got that many kids to choose from. And I've always felt like our kids have always played them well because they know they got to buckle their chin straps up and play hard against Thomasdale, and they usually do.
Yeah, good point. And Coach Irby mentioned how fresh they stay, shuttling players in and out because of their depth and Class 6 status, over 2,000 students. And but as you mentioned, Hopewell is keeping their focus on this high-quality opponent. And
yeah, and when you mention that, I know one of the philosophies Hopewell's always had since I played and when I coach, and I think Coach Irby does the same thing, is you have to get your players in preseason condition to play both sides of the football, because a lot of our kids do have to play both sides compared to playing at Thomasdale, who might have 1, 2 if you're lucky playing on both sides of the football, and they can platoon and be fresh. So, but it's all that preseason conditioning you do to keep your players are in great condition so they can play, both sides of the football. And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's real tough. But I think, and they always continue that conditioning during the season to make sure they stay there.
One of the great things you see in the Hopewell quarterback situation, whether it was Cameron Hill or Greg Cuffey, is that they throw and they run. Cameron a threat in both, and Greg Cuffey has shown, especially last week, he rushed for 123 yards on 15 carries, and then threw just enough to keep him honest, 5 out of 9. He was picked off 3 times. I know that's got to be a concern coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, I know. I talked to my son. He calls the plays and everything, and he said 2 of the 3 interception were really bad decisions he made trying to make something happen out of nothing. But the one he had was our receiver bobbled about 4 or 5 times, and then our kid dove in and got an interception. But you're right. Our quarterbacks, and you got Greg Cuffey back there. If he breaks through the line, he's going to be tough to catch. He's got great speed. One of the fastest kids on our football team, and if he gets out there, look out.
Yeah, and of course, one of the stalwarts for Hopewell all year long, just a junior, Ronnie Walker, has 12 touchdowns rushing and just been an incredible force. He was maybe nicked up a little bit at the end of last week, and they took him out, but nothing on Coach Irby to say that he was in any way going to miss tonight's ball game.
I asked about him also because you're right. He set out the pretty much the last series they had the football, and of course Brock said that he was healthy. It's good, just aches and pains, from when you're out there as much as he is, and many times he carries a football too.
Yeah, 936 yards rushing, and averaging 117 yards per game, 12 touchdowns. So, well, we are getting set for the captains to be soon coming out onto the field. The crowd continues to gather. 2 7-2 squads in this next to the last game of the regular season. And let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back with more of our pregame show here on WHAP AM 1340.
Stroh Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh Snyder has been in business since 1966.
Where do you
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30. And each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
Okay, we're back here at Murner Field, moments before the start of tonight's ball game, and looks like we're about ready to have our national anthem. The color guard is coming onto the field. They will then do an about face and face the Hopewell crowd, and then the Hopewell band on the far side getting ready for our national anthem. We're on the visitor side here at Murner Field, so we're looking across at the Hopewell crowd that's still coming in here on a great night for football. We hope that if you're driving around, you will find time to come and join this atmosphere tonight here at Murner Field. And now tonight's national anthem. National anthem here at Murner Field before the start of tonight's game against the Thomas Dale Knights. After tonight's ball game, Coach Parker and I will look for the Stroh-Schneider Chevrolet Most Valuable Player. And for the first time, it was great to see a defensive player get it last week. And Nivon King, number 22, took home the honors. And boy, what a great turnaround that was in a close game. It was 26-21 before that he caused that fumble. And Hopewell's Nas Cooper fell on it in the end zone and made it a 33-21 game. Well, we're set now for the co-captains on each team to head to midfield. Thomas Dale has 4. Hopewell has 4. Dale is in their brown uniforms, Hopewell in their blue uniforms. And when we look back to last week's game against Montoya, I mentioned that it was, as usual, Ronnie Walker leading the way with 131 yards on the ground. But what great help he got from Naz Cooper, 102 yards on the ground, over 11 carries and 2 touchdowns. And then Greg Cuffey, 123 yards on the ground, 15 carries. How unusual it is to have 3 guys over 100 yards rushing.
That is unusual, and I thought Nas Cooper probably had his best game as a running back since he's played here at Hopewell, and he just kind of took the game under control and was determined not to go down and made some great moves while he was running and got some big yards when we had to have it.
And not to mention how much of a force he was on the defensive end, where he is 265. He's a tough load to bring down if he's fullback, and he makes it tough on those offensive players from his defensive line position. Well, the band continuing to entertain this crowd as they come into Murner Field on a great night for football. This next to the last season game of the regular season. Hopewell on a 4-game winning streak. And the teams have their co-captains at midfield. And it looks like that the toss has been won. I didn't see
Thomas Dale won the toss and elected to receive.
All right, so Dale will be receiving to start this ball game. And it'll be interesting to see what quarterback will come out. Matt Lawton, as I mentioned, was last year he went, for the most part, throughout the season with 1,600 yards passing through the air and 27 touchdowns. But then Gabe McCallum would come on in relief, and he had 7 touchdowns passing and 5 touchdowns rushing. Now, Thomas Dale has added another weapon to their arsenal. It's a freshman named Chris Tyree. he had 2 touchdowns against Meadowbrook last week in their 18-6 win. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. And then, of course, Hopewell has a strong receiving core as well. Sean Allen and Allie Treadway are 2 of Hopewell's better receivers. Boy, I tell you, they make a lot of noise. It's hard to hear. Right below us are the Thomas Dale fans in this open window. Hopefully it won't come back to haunt us.
You have that many players, you bring a lot of fans.
That's right. That's right. So as a pass receiving team, Sean Allen is the leading receiver as a sophomore for Hopewell. He has corralled 27 passes for 460 yards and 7 touchdowns, almost 58 yards every game. And then Allie Treadway, not too far behind with 22 receptions for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging about 36 yards per game. And if you put old Cameron Hill over there too, that should be quite a triple threat.
Well, yeah, those 2 receivers you mentioned right there, the Allen kid and Allie are 2 excellent receivers. And when they get the hands on the ball, you know, particularly Allen, anything can happen. He's a pretty dynamic player when he gets the ball in his hands.
All right, we're about ready to get started here tonight with Hopewell kicking off, and they'll be going right to left. Won that toss and elects to receive. And back deep is Devontae Russell, a 5'10 senior.
And number 3.
And then back also with him, looks like number 4 is also with him, and that's Chris Tyree. But it heads in the direction of Russell. Russell heads left to right. Did a lot of running, but didn't get across the 30. And so Dale will put the ball in play. 1st and 10.
I don't know if you noticed, Cameron Hill did kick off for us.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Did you know what foot was injured when he had?
It was his right leg.
It was his right leg.
That's why he hadn't been kicking.
Yeah. So here comes the Knights. And they're going to start with Matt Lawton at quarterback, the 6'1 senior. And he'll start in shotgun with 1 receiver behind him. And then in motion, Adam Hall, the fullback. But it's the give to their freshman tailback, Chris Tyree. And he heads left across the 30 out to about the 34. 6 yards on the ground for the Knights. So they're going to give him a good, I'd say 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Knights of Thomas Dale. Again, these teams now more than ever in high school go with the hurry-up offense. We've seen that throughout this regular season in 90% of the cases. It's another running play to Tyree left side, and he is going to be very close. Shy of the 40. He needed to get somewhere beyond the 39. And like Reggie Jones was in on that stop. It will be a 1st down for Dale, the initial 1st down. For Hopewell, they start with Cooper and King as 2 of their 4 down linemen. As Lawton calls out signals, it's going to be a pass out to the right flat. It's caught by Russell. He makes 1 guy miss. He's across midfield. He breaks free. The last man got him. A good tackle. It's a touchdown saving tackle by Tariq Harris. And that's a huge gain for Dale on a little swing pass out to the right.
Yeah, Allie took the wrong angle to try to, get him, and he made a nice move and then broke to the clear.
So Dale on this opening drive has moved it in just 3 plays down to the 25-yard line of Hopewell. Back to the ground, it's a Tyree heading left, and all 3 plays, Coach, have gone to the defensive line of Hopewell. They may have seen something on film there. It got him 3 yards there to be 2nd and 7.
I'm surprised that they're attacking. That's probably our strongest defensive tackle on that side, and right now they're doing a good job handling Reggie.
Reggie, All-State senior, and that is a surprise in that now Tyree is going to be heading around the right side, and he jukes and jives his way down near the 15-yard line. The talented freshman showed some nifty moves as he gets another first down for the Knights. That's their third first down of this opening drive. 9:55 to go, first period. Hopewell defense trying to dig in. Lawton gives it back to Tyree. He heads left, cuts back to the center, gets inside the 5-yard line.
And great blocking up front by Thomas Dale's offensive line. He's got gaping holes to go through, and we got to do a better job of stopping that up there.
Yeah, that's another first down for Dale. It's going to be first and goal from about the 5-yard line. And you're right, Coach. It's just terrific blocking up front. Most of this has been on the ground, and that's where this next play goes to Tyree. This time, Hopewell's defense picks up a fumble, and it's Reggie Jones picks it up. Jones still on his feet. Will they give a stiff arm? Yes.
Yeah.
Reggie Jones picked up the fumble, and what a break for Hopewell.
We got a penalty flag, though.
That may be after the fumble recovery, but it could be a block in the back. And it looks like it'll still be Hopewell ball. But I'm not sure how that ball became dislodged, Coach.
I couldn't see it. I got in the corner over here, and I couldn't see what happened.
It does look like the penalty is going to go after the fumble recovery by Hopewell, and it may be a block in the black against Hopewell, so that will knock about 30 or 40 yards off of the return, but it most importantly is Hopewell ball, and they have held off a touchdown.
And Cameron Hill is that slot receiver.
Indeed he is. Hill and Razon Murphy to the near side. Treadway and Sean Allen to the far side as Greg Cuffey in his fifth consecutive games starting is in the shotgun with Walker to his left. It's handoff to Walker. He's got a hole heading right, and Ronnie Walker.
Nice run, nice blocking.
Very good blocking on the right side. He's going to be close to a Hopewell first down on their first offensive possession.
The first play of the drive.
And it's going to be second down and just about a half a yard to go. So 9.5 yards for Ronnie. And with the ball at about the 37-yard line of Hopewell, second down and about a half a yard. They fake it to Walker. Cuffey keeps it. Cuffey juking and jobbing. He's got great maneuverability into Dale territory and knocked down just shy of the 40-yard line. So a terrific run that time by.
That was a nice run by Greg. Made a nice move to cut back, and thought he was going to break it there for a minute.
Yeah, he almost did. So it'll be first and 10, and Hopewell puts it in the air. An attempted reception by Razon Murphy, but great defense that time by Chris Tyree that it was all over Murphy as he tried to make that catch. So it'll be second and 10. Each team has put the ball in the air one time. That was Hopewell's first, and for Dale's, it went for about 40 or 50 yards on just a little pass out to the right flat, but great running after the catch. Second and 10, Hopewell. The give is to Walker. Can't find anything up the middle. Redirects to the left, but he's going to be wrestled down for a loss as Dale did a good job of pursuing Walker as the Hopewell offensive line could not get any kind of advantage there on the Knights.
Yeah, a lot of penetration up the middle and made him forced to come back to our side and just nowhere to run.
So it'll be third down, 10.5 yards to go. Cuffey will put it in the air, but he's going to be sacked. Greg Cuffey is sacked as he tried. Oh, flag goes down at the end of that.
I don't know what that is.
That might be something
Sideline
against the
warning
sideline. Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sideline warning.
And it will just be that, a warning. The next time it'll result in a penalty. Shandarius Carter sacked Greg Cuffey as he tried to roll out to the right. And so it's setting up a punting situation for Hopewell as Cameron Hill will come back in to do the honors there. He has missed 5 games. The senior All-State quarterback as a junior went out with an injury in the Petersburg game. And it was a sprain of his ACL?
Yeah, that's what it was. His right knee.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 24 yards to go for Hopewell. Hill stands as 29. It was a high snap, and he gets off a end-over-end low kick that bounds down to the 20. And it's going to be Tyree getting about 6 or 7 yards before a good tackle that time by number 14, Kevin Sturdivant. And Dale will go at it for their second time tonight. 6:28 to go, opening period, no score. Dale's turned the ball over one time on the 5-yard line of Hopewell as they had driven from their own 29 all the way down to the Hopewell 5 before fumbling it. Reggie Jones picked it up and returned it some 65 yards, and then Hopewell penalized on that return of the fumble. Offensive holding. Now it's a pass out to the right flat, incomplete, intended for Devontae Russell. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Hopewell, Tyreek Harris is the wide receiver on this near side. Ali Treadway is seeing his first action.
Yeah, he came out the first series too. He played it. He was the one that came up and took the wrong angle to make the tackle on the first reception, but he's been in the game.
And as far as I know, this is the first time this season that he's played defense in this game. I have not seen him in earlier games on the defensive end.
Another little pass play.
Yeah, a little pass out to the right flat. It's caught, but not able to keep his balance is Adam Hall. And it was a well-designed play, Coach, and if he had been able to keep his balance, he would have.
The chalk line must be a little thick there because he tripped right over it.
So the fact that he goes down makes it only a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, that would have been a big gainer because he had nobody out here. He just tripped over the line and made a nice catch, but he just couldn't keep his balance.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Knights with 5:48 in the opening period. Lawton will pass across the middle. Incomplete. Almost making a great catch was Elijah Smith.
That was a well-thrown ball right there, Jeff. He should have caught that ball.
Yes, it was.
Right there, right where you want to put it, right in his hands.
It really was just a dart right across the middle, some 30 yards down the field. And coverage was tight on Smith, but it still was a catchable ball as 2 defensive players were there. It's going to be 4th and 7 as a result. And back to punt will be Brent Williams for Thomas Dale. And it's a end-over-end kick that Allen is going to let bounce at the 30. And it goes down at about the 27. So with 5:35 to go opening period, Hopewell will get its second offensive possession. Still no score.
I don't know why they got away from their running game. They ran the ball pretty good the first year, but that was 3 passes and only 1 completion. And that's when he tripped over the line.
That's a break for Hopewell. And let's see if their offense can get on track. Hopewell got 1 first down on that last drive. Now Nas Cooper joins Walker in the backfield.
Yeah, they've changed the defensive front because Nas is in. They got 5 down linemen now. They got 7, almost 8 in the box.
And so with the T formation, the give is to Walker, trying to head right, but stingy is that Dale defense, and they did not give Walker much running room. And it could have been half a yard loss there. Walker, in most of the games this year, has over 100 yards rushing, except in the Dinwiddie game where he had -2 yards for the entire game. 2nd and 10.5. They fake it to Walker. Cuffey heads left, now runs back to the right. Picks up
He
a
can
good
run
block.
right now. He's got plenty of
some
room.
running room
Oh.
and just brought down from behind. And that was a great open field tackle that kept Cuffey from getting a first down. It brought him down about 5 yards shy. Cuffey was accelerating and was about to turn the corner. As it is, he got about 6 yards on that run. And it will be 3rd and 5 for the Blue Devils. With 4.5 minutes to go, opening period. Each team has had the ball now 2 times here in this opening period. Cooper to the left of Cuffey in the shotgun. 4 receivers out, 2 to each side. They're going to give it to Cooper. Cooper heads off right tackle. He's got a head of steam and the first down. And a flag goes down at the end of that, and that might be a sideline warning over on Hopewell's side.
It could be.
It comes after Nas Cooper, Hopewell applauding on that side. So that may mean a late hit, perhaps. A personal foul, a late hit, I think, after the play was dead. And so that's going to be a big mark off against the Knights. So that's a 15-yard mark off. And a good break for the Blue Devils. It's the first penalty on either side, and it moves it down to about the 42-yard line of Dale. And wingback reverse to Sean Allen. It does not fool Dale. He's going to be brought down. Another flag goes down at the end of that play. Allen had been tackled for a sizable loss.
That's on us, I think.
Clock stops to sort out this penalty with 4 minutes to go.
Sideline
warning against Hopewell. So now each team has had the sideline warning. So about a 5-yard loss against the Blue Devils on that wingback reverse. And on 2nd and 15. So it's Allen and Treadway, the receivers to the far side. Murphy and Hall, Cameron Hill are the wing receivers to the near side. Cuffey steps up in the pocket, fires long. Almost making a great catch was Sean Allen near the end zone. That ball was thrown about 50 yards in the air, and a great defensive play at the last second, knocking it away, was Gabe McCollin.
And I'm glad to see us go up down the field a little bit and make defenses kind of open up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely will stretch that defense out and respect the run a little bit more. I mean, it may open up the run because of the respect of the pass. So now
he had pretty good protection that time too, Jeff.
He did. He had plenty of time to throw, and Greg showed an accurate arm there. So it's on 3rd and 15. Cuffey back to pass again, steps up, fires, just off the fingertips of Ronnie Walker. It was. Walker had come out of the backfield and sprinting down the right sideline, got one hand on it, just a tad too long. And it'll set up a punting situation. 2 almost plays that worked.
Just a little bit out of the reach, but that was one good defensive play by Thomas Dell, defensive back, and then Ronnie Walker just couldn't get to that one.
Right. So Cameron Hill stands at his own 41-yard line to punt it away. A little better snap. But a good rush from Dale, and he'll have to get it off in a hurry. And the Thomas Dale punt returner brings it forward about 3 yards. And that was Blake Keller, 5'9" sophomore. It'll give Dale possession for their third time of this opening quarter with 3:33 to go. Still no score for these two high-powered offenses. Dale has taken it all the way down to the 5-yard line, but lost a fumble. See if the Hopewell defense can dig in here. It's another running play, heading left, and breaking free is Tyree. Tyree breaks all the way into Hopewell territory across the 50.
Made a nice cutback across the line of scrimmage there, and found some good daylight. Some good blocking up front on the left side there, too.
That was a 23-yard run from scrimmage. He headed left and then sprinted back to the middle. And it's all the way down to the 48-yard line of Hopewell. That's their 5th first down here in the first quarter. This time they'll hit straight up the middle and bulling his way down to the 45-yard line.
I think Navon King had a great shot to get him for a no gain and just slipped off the tackle.
Yeah. Chris Tyree, again, the ball carrier, got about 3. And Nivon with the good tackle. Other members of that defensive front, that's, of course, Jones, number 55, who we were surprised to see them running in his direction. He anchors that right defensive tackle position. On 2nd and 7 for the Knights of Thomas Dale. Lawton to pass across the middle, incomplete, and pass intended for Elijah Smith. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go. So Hopewell got some good pass defenders in there. Deontay Jones on the far side has picked off a couple of passes this year, as has Razon Murphy has picked off a few. They would love to get some interceptions here against a very talented quarterback, Matt Lawton. He brings the Knights to the line of scrimmage for a 3rd and 7. It's a toss.
Nice little toss. Strung it out pretty good.
Chris Tyree trying to turn the corner and cannot do it. So Hopewell defense stingy there, and it's going to set up possibly a punt, but they're far enough into Hopewell territory that this might be 4-down territory, Coach. 4th and about 4 from the Hopewell 43-yard line. It looks like they are going to go for it here.
Looks like they might fake punt here, too. I mean, it's a good opportunity to line up like you're going to do it. Yeah, he's backed up, the quarterback. He's punting this ball.
Matt Lawton could be punting it and does. And they better get somebody back because this might bound down. It just got into the end zone. So break for Hopewell as that ball was almost down on the half-yard line. So we're going to, with 1:35, have a change of possessions, and the ball will head to the 20-yard line, and it'll be Hopewell's 3rd possession of this first quarter, and some scoring at this point.
It's been a kind of a back-and-forth situation. I think Dale's moved the ball we've moved the ball good at times, and then we go backwards sometimes. But, you know, right now it's defenses are hanging in on both sides.
2 punts from each squad. This time Cooper takes the handoff from Cuffey and bulls his way forward up the middle for a very short gain. And on the stop that time was Devontae Chandler. And so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. They're actually going to say no gain for Cooper. Looking at that members of their offensive line for Hopewell, big number 74, Leland Leach. It's good to have him back at left tackle. He was injured for a couple of games. This is his 3rd game back from injury. 2nd and 10 for Hopewell, just under a minute to go, opening period. Fake to Cooper.
Got him open.
There's a pass out to the right.
Got it.
Caught!
Sean Allen with a great catch there.
Wasn't that terrific catch? Sean Allen leaped forward and made a spectacular catch. into Thomas Dale territory. Is there
We got a flag here.
There's a flag.
I think it's going.
Let's see where this flag goes. Hopefully not against Hopewell.
Holding against Thomas Dale.
Good. It's declined. And a huge play from the 20 all the way into Dale territory, 30, 35, close to about 37 yards on the pass play.
I think that hole came from the sideline judge on that side. I think they were trying to hole shot him off the line of scrimmage, and he was able to break free and still made a great catch.
He sure did. So the 37-yard pass play gives Hopewell their third first down of this first quarter. And back to the ground they go, and it's Ronnie Walker straight up the middle for some hard-earned yardage. And that might be the last play of the first quarter.
That will be the last play, I'm pretty sure.
As Walker got 4 yards on the play, it'll be 2nd and 6. And this, for the first time, I think, all season long, Hopewell will have gone throughout the first quarter.
They might get this play off.
Yeah. Cuffey with 5 seconds left, calling out signals. Gets the snap. It's a quarterback draw. And Cuffey powers ahead to the 35, where it's going to be 3rd and short. And that's the end of the first quarter. With no score here from Myrner Field, we'll be back with the second quarter after this commercial timeout.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair Leather Shop, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell. Phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
Okay, we're back here at Myrner Field, along with Coach Marshall Parker, Jeff Butler, at the start of the second quarter. And we're tied with no score. But Hopewell is driving after a terrific 37-yard pass play to Sean Allen from Greg Cuffey. It's going to be 3rd and 2, and it's Cooper off right guard, and he's going to be stopped. And so the Dale faithful down below like that. It's going to set up a 4th down. And clearly 4-down territory, we believe, for Hopewell as Ronnie Walker checks back into the game. Cameron Hill goes out. That'll give Hopewell on this 4th and 1 to go back to Cooper or to their leading ground gainer, Ronnie Walker.
And they're going for it, looks like.
Yeah, the ball at about the 36-yard line of Thomas Dale. In the opening moments of the second quarter, Walker and Cooper will flank Greg Cuffey at quarterback in the old T formation. And they give it to Walker, sweeping left side. He cuts back in. He's got a huge hole. Walker breaking free with a touchdown-saving tackle. What a great tackle on Ronnie Walker, but what a terrific job Walker did to spring free and accelerated all the way inside the red zone, inside the 15, down to about the 13.
He got a nice block by Nas Cooper that time, kind of breaking free to the outside.
And now Hopewell driving for its possible first touchdown. The ball actually is down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Hopewell can get another first down. They give us to Cooper. Cooper breaks free. He's tackled.
He's close to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, very near the 5, which would be a gain of 6. And it's going to be 2nd down and a long 4. And now Dale will bring in some beef for their goal line defense. Big number Talvis Robinson, who goes 285, comes in. So from the 6, 2nd and 4. Cooper back. They fake it to Cooper and give it to Cuffey. Cuffey keeps it, and is wrapped up and lost for Greg Cuffey of about a yard. It's going to be third down and about 6 yards to go for a Hopewell first. They can get a first down at the 1 yard line. Let's see what play the coaching staff of Hopewell calls here.
Got Ronnie Walker over in the short slot. In motion.
Now he's in motion to the left.
Gave it back to Cooper. He got inside the 5.
He did. They faked it to Walker coming around from right to left and gave it to Cooper off right guard. And he got inside the 5. It's going to be fourth and about 2.5.
Looks like they're going to do a field goal.
Yeah, that's maybe a good play. You got a good kicker in Cameron Hill. Don't think he has a field goal all year long, though. So with Greg Cuffey to hold, Cameron Hill will attempt a field goal. The ball will be at about the 12-yard line, which would make it a 22-yard field goal attempt. Snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and Hopewell is on the board first. A 22-yard field goal for Hopewell with 8:50 to go, second quarter, and we'll be back with more Hopewell football after this commercial timeout.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
Okay, we're back here at Hopewell's Murner Field following a 22-yard field goal from Cameron Hill. The kickoff from Hill headed to Chris Tyree, who returns it to the 35-yard line. That's where the Knights will have it. 1st and 10 with 8:43 to go, second quarter. And the first play, Tyree, again, they head left as they have most of this game, and they have a first down run. So, Coach, they have found something to that weak side.
Yeah, we got our tackle inside their tackle with our end is walked off, and they're just putting the guy in motion, and we're not breaking down to cover that up right now. They get some great yardage off that.
Yeah, about 14 yards on that scamper from Tyree, and they have their 6th first down in the first half. The first one here in the second quarter, as they have now 3 running backs in the backfield. Now one splits out to the wing back, and that's Chris, and that's going to be Devontae Russell. Russell now gets redirected over to the right side. Matt Lawton moves the fullback to the slot on the left. And it's a quick handoff to Tyree. Tyree has very close to another first down off left guard. What a talented runner this freshman is.
Sets up 2nd and short for the Knights.
And he got 9 yards on that one. 2nd and 1. And Tyree is quickly over 50 yards rushing here in the first half. Both of these teams in the hurry-up offense without taking too much time, trying to get the defense back on their heels. Dale has
try the right side this time.
Yeah, they're going right, and Dale
cut
back to the left, and he breaks free all the way down to the 20. Goes Chris Tyree. As Coach mentioned, he started right, found it clogged up, and headed back left.
Touchdown is saved once again by
So,
number 2, Reason Murphy.
And over pursuit on that side. He cut back, and there was nobody on this side, and he made a nice run out of it. Good read by the running back though, to make that move.
So another first down moves it down to the 20 of Hopewell. 1st and 10 for Thomas Dale. Matt Lawton in the shotgun. They go back. A fumble!
We
and
picked
Hopewell
it up.
picks it up again the second time. And this time is some good running room from L.A. Treadway. Treadway now following some blocking. Still on his feet, thinking a couple guys missed. Ali Treadway is going to get a touchdown out of this. No flags do I see. What a spectacular
They
run.
got a flag somewhere.
Yeah, there is a flag, yeah. There is one flag.
That wasn't a clip. I hate to say that, but the referee was right there in front of that. He didn't throw the flag. Somebody behind him threw it.
What a tough break for Hopewell as Treadway made a spectacular return of some 80 yards and maybe a phantom clip call.
The referee was standing right there and watched that block and never threw his flag.
Well, again, the more it's tough to see a touchdown taken off the board, but at least the drive is over by Dale. If you're looking for some positives, Coach Irby trying to get the officials.
Well, maybe they're calling on them. He's saying he doesn't want the penalty.
Interesting, because one referee said the penalty was against Hopewell.
Yeah, we'll see. It's against us.
So Coach Irby is thinking that the flag somehow is against Dale. And so the official next to Coach Irby is now walking to the center of the field. And could there be multiple?
No, I think it's just I didn't see a flag go in. I was watching where that block would occurred, and the referee was right there, the white hat, and he never threw a flag. And next thing I know, we look back and there's a flag there. I guess the umpire who's right behind the offensive line is the one that came up and dropped it there. Because that's the only thing I can tell.
Well, fumbles have really hurt Dale as they've had 2 terrific drives stopped by fumbles. Freshman Chris Tyree has lost them both. He's been a spectacular runner, but has coughed it up twice, and so it's going to give Hopewell the ball across the 37-yard line, and Cuffey is going to keep it for a very short gain to the right side. 6:19 to go in the first half, and no gain for Greg Cuffey. And I wonder, Coach, do they show game film to the referees for?
Unless they ask for it, or unless the coach sends it in and asks the commissioner to show this to the officials.
It does seem like that kickoff returns, punt returns have a lot more clips and offensive holes than before. So our 2nd and 10, they fake it to Walker. They throw it out to the left flat. Cameron Hill is there for a very, maybe a couple of yards gain on the left side. Hill's first catch of the year. And it's the gain of 3. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Blue Devils. This time Hill will come right.
Trips on this side here.
Yeah, along with Murphy and Allen. Treadway has caught his breath and is back in there on the far side. See if Hopewell can convert this first down. 3rd and 7 in their territory at the 38. Cuffey stepping up in the pocket, fires incomplete. Pass intended for Treadway. Good coverage that time by Michael Bailey. And it will set up a punting situation for Hopewell. And it'll be their 3rd punt.
That was not a bad ball thrown. I mean, I think Allie had his hands on it. He just couldn't bring it in.
At halftime, we will have a kickoff.
So with 5:06 to go in the first half, Cameron Hill will punt it away, gets a booming kick away. Heading back to the 25. This one is returnable. The flag goes down on their side.
About 11 yards.
Flag happy.
Yes, that is flag happy. Gabe McCollin with a good return back. of 11 yards, but will this come against Thomas Dale?
It's Thomas Dale blocking the back.
So penalty happy indeed in this first half. It is the holding call against Dale with 4:56 to go. Hopewell defense wanting to dig in now because Dale has had some good drives here in the first half.
Yeah, Dale has kind of done themselves in with the fumbles and everything. They moved the ball very well. Offensive line's coming off, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage. They're just running backs, just not hanging on to football. I think both times that's been Tyree too, hasn't it, with the two fumbles?
You're right. So one of the other defensive linemen for Hopewell is Joseph Hernandez, and he lines up there along with Jones and Cooper, King. 1st and 10 from their own 15. And this time they have a new ball carrier back there. Or is it Chris Tyree again?
Yes, Tyree.
Yeah, it is Tyree. So they haven't switched off. Although it seemed to me that was number 5.
It was 4.
Okay.
Chris Tyree.
All right.
He's still in there.
There he is, yeah. So Tyree was the ball carrier. Despite his 2 fumbles, they keep him in there. He gained 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. 4:20 left in the first half. Dale trails 3-0. Lawton, again, Tyree bounces off one would-be tackler. Then
made a nice run out of it.
He did. He's a talented little runner as he juked and jived his way across the 20. It's going to be 3rd and short, maybe about 4.
Brings up about 3rd and 4.
A critical play here for the Knights who want to keep their drive going here. They have found more success on the ground. Let's see if that's what happens here on 3rd and 4. Lawton in the shotgun, long count, trying to draw Hopewell off. Now it looks like they're going to audible in some way. They're going to have to be careful about a delay of game. They changed the play, and they may have to burn a timeout. And they do.
It was pretty close to being too much time there. They did a wise thing, call timeout.
So we will take it with them and be back after this commercial timeout.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard near Fort Lee.
All right, we're back here on 3rd and 4. It's a pass out to the left flat. It's caught, and it's a first down for Thomas Dale. Making the catch is Elijah Smith, and he knew exactly where he needed to get for the first down. It actually got a couple of extra yards.
Got about 3 more than he needed, yeah.
So the first down is the 8th for Thomas Dale. With 3:20 to go, they still have a long way to go, some 67 yards to get it into the end zone. Lawton keeping it on the ground. Tyree heading left and gets about 8 or 9 yards on first down. So they're just running at will. But so far, it's been the fumbles that have hurt Dale. They're amassing a lot of yardage, but nothing so far to show for it.
And they're putting the guy in motion and then pulling a guard, and they got a lot of beef coming up in there, and we got nobody there.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2:50 to go first half. Lawton will pass this time. Right flat, it's caught by Russell. Russell has the first down near the 40-yard line of Dale. That's a play that netted them some 50 yards in the third play from scrimmage. This time it moves it to the 39-yard line of Dale with 2:26 to go first half.
2:22 remaining.
Lawton, quick handoff. Tyree.
Left side
again.
And we come up pretty good that
Yeah.
time.
And as it is, it's interesting. They kept him to a 5-yard gain, which is still significant. But now they're racing against the clock with just 2 minutes to go in the half. 2nd and 5.5 yards to go from the Dale 43-yard line. Line for.
They're taking a lot of time to call plays. Too.
They are, aren't they? So they have only 2 receivers out on the pattern, 1 to either side, and a little confusion in the backfield. Now Russell heads to the slot on the right side. Lawton will put it up in the air, firing to the end zone, knocked away at the last second. What a terrific defensive play by Jones. Deontay Jones saved the touchdown. And it would have been in the direction of Gabe McCallan. And as it is, it's going to be 2nd and 10. The clock stops with the incompletion at 1:01 left in the half. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Another running
Their
play.
favorite play.
Heading left. And he gets down to the 20. So he's going to be very near a first down. So they will move the chains again. That's the 11th first down for Dale. Hopewell has 4. But Hopewell leads where it counts on the scoreboard. They lead 3-0.
He's killing the clock here for some reason. I don't know why he's going to throw it down.
So at the 30, they call their second timeout. Interesting. With 38 seconds.
I think he was trying to get this ball and throw it down to stop the clock, and the center didn't get the information there from him because he turned around after he called timeout and said, "Oh," he was pointing down like I was going to throw it down. You need to hike the ball.
Oh my! So we talk about halftime adjustments a lot, and thinking ahead to the Hopewell coaching staff here because they've seen a lot of significant runs from this freshman Tyree, mostly headed to the left side.
Well, they're when they put the guy in motion, they're also pulling the backside guard who's leading up in there too, and they got us really outnumbered. Our backside linebackers got to do a better job of reading that guard pulling, and to cut across what we call the middle line there. He can come up through there and probably make a nice play and stuff, but I think he's too busy watching where the ball's going instead of watching the guy in front of him pull. But that's adjustments they can make in halftime. But they got to do a better job of, they got Reggie, they're pinning Reggie Jones down inside because he's playing inside the tackle. So that's an easy block. He's just coming down on him. And a couple of times Reggie has busted through there to make some plays, but most of the time he's caught in an angle situation.
So here we go on 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with 38 seconds to go in the half.
Good rush.
It's a sack.
And a fumble. We got the ball.
And it's Hopewell ball, the 3rd fumble of this first half. Was that number 54? Was that Leland Leeds?
It was the left defensive end came in untouched. He didn't get blocked, and he made a nice play, and then quarterback coughed it up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was either number 9 or number 6 that came off the edge there. Not 6. I'm not too sure.
Okay. I saw actually 54 is Hernandez, and he was somewhere near it. But what a great break for Hopewell, their 3rd fumble recovery. And now they're just 32 seconds to go before halftime. Hopewell doesn't want to fumble as Walker, a sure-handed ball carrier, gets a short gain straight up the middle. This will be the last.
Yeah, we'll get the play. They got to kick off to start the second half, so we don't need to rush anything.
Nope. Hopewell looks to take a 3-0 lead to halftime.
And they're playing like a little center field, playing a little deeper off our receivers.
Put a blitz on Cuffey, stretched out. Now fires across the middle. It's caught to Walker.
Yeah.
As Walker made the catch across the 40-yard line, and a Dale player is down injured at the end of this half. But that will be the end of the first half, and Hopewell 2-0 lead, and we'll be back to talk about this first half after these commercial timeouts.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
Okay, we're back here at Murner Field at halftime. We're Hopewell enjoying a 3-0 lead. It has not been easy. And Coach Thomas Dale's 3 fumble recoveries.
That's the whole difference in the first half is they've turned the ball over and we haven't. And, I mean, they've had 3 great drives going, too, that they turned the ball over to us. And they were fortunate that one of those that we picked up, took back for a touchdown, got called back with a clip because me and you both didn't see that. But, you know, right now we got to do something to find out how to stop the running game. And I thought the quarterback did the ball well for him, too. He had some wide open receivers that made some nice catches for him. But, you know, they've had some mental breakdowns, particularly fumbling the ball. And that last fumble was a nice sack where he fumbled the ball. So our defense did rise to the occasion, but, you know, we just can't let them keep running up and down the field.
Yeah, that's Chris Tyree doing most of the running for the Thomas Dale Knights, just a freshman, and is a very talented.
Very talented.
And as you mentioned, if they're not handing it off to him, it's some very really precise throwing from Matt Lawton, their senior.
Yeah, he's put the ball right there, Jeff. You're right. He's put the ball right where you need to, and a couple of them, when they drop, they've had it right in their hands and stuff. And and our quarterback too, you know, Greg Cuffey's had some nice throws too that we haven't brought in, but we've also made a couple of nice catches, set up our field goal for us.
Yeah, yeah. So as the Thomas Dale Band performs here at halftime, Hopewell's. That's that's the Hopewell Band. Well. That is. That's how you do it when you're first place drum major. While we're watching the Hopewell Band perform here at halftime, we'll mention that the only scoring here is a Cameron Hill 22-yard field goal, and it's good to see him back and playing tonight.
And we probably wouldn't have that if he hadn't been in the game. He's an excellent kicker, and you know, we definitely need him back. Particularly this game here, get down that close, you got somebody who can put it over the crossbar when you got to have it.
That's right. That's right. So Cameron Hill missed 4 or 5 games because of a knee injury.
And he had 1 catch tonight, too. Yeah, so he's looking better and better, so he's getting healthy.
It is. It's great to see the teamwork involved here between Hill, Greg Cuffey, and a lot of talented players. Sean Allen made a great catch, 37-yard pass reception. Well, we'll take a little break here and be back with more of our halftime. Hopewell leads 3-0 as the band plays and entertains the Hopewell crowd. Back after this timeout.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Branch Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
We're back here at Murder Field. Halftime, Hopewell on top 3-0 over Thomas Dale. Two squads coming in with a 7-2 record in the Central District. Always key matchup between these two teams. Hopewell looking to make it 2 wins in a row as they took care of Dale at Dale. And I'm joined here at halftime by Josh Matthews of RVA Game Break. And Josh has been keeping track of some of the other scores around the area, and he'll bring us some as he is putting on his headsets. And welcome.
Thanks for having me again. Always good to be on WHAP down here in Hopewell.
Yeah, it's a good football down here in Hopewell with a 3A division playing a 6A team, and I think it's quite amazing how against a team that Dale has over 2,400 students, and Hopewell can only dress 36 because of the smaller enrollment, but they come to play.
Yeah, and Ricky Irby seems to love it. The kids love the competition. Come out, you are at odds because there's so many people that, so you're outnumbered. You get an injury down in the 3A or 4A school, and, who are you going to replace them with?
Right.
Luckily, Hopewell is one of the deeper schools in 3A, so they've fought through the injuries they have had this season, and Hopewell's always up for the challenge. I always love coming down here and watching this brand of football.
Yeah.
But we do have a few scores coming in. I'm working on a couple others. We could not find a Dinwiddie score, but they're playing Petersburg. Right. I would be highly surprised if Dinwiddie was falling to Petersburg. Right now, Meadowbrook and Prince George in the close one. That game does have some major playoff implications. Meadowbrook up 10-7 in the second quarter. LC Bird 14, Huguenot 0. On Colonial Heights right now, 28-17. At one point, Colonial Heights was leading that game, 17-14. Colonial Heights doesn't have much of a defense, but they can throw the ball a little bit. The quarterback, Terry Lufsey.
Yeah, he was tough, 14 for 27 against Hopewell with 304 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So
he's got a couple of receivers too. Brandon Smith and EJ Shaw. Those guys are basketball players.
Yes.
They use their basketball skills well in the receiver. But I said you wanted to go over some playoff scenarios.
Yeah,
talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that.
As it relates to the Central District, so all eyes on a couple of 6A games. Thomas Dale, of course, right now they're sitting as a 3 seed in 6A. They're 1 spot behind Manchester. Of course, playing Monacan tonight in a big game outside the Central District. Right now, Monacan is up 14-7 in the second quarter. So what happens with that, if Monacan is able to beat Manchester tonight, it gives Thomas Dale the driver's seat, should they win against Hopewell tonight, to move up to the 2nd seed, which means you don't get just 1 first-round home game, you'll get 2 before you're reseeded in the 6A South. So this game does have playoff implications for Hopewell. And Thomas Dale, and Hopewell. Hopewell right now currently the number 1 seed in the 3A East. They overtook Brentsville last week. The win over Matoka did them good things in the Rider Point standings. And Hopewell currently the top seed. Provided they win tonight, they should pretty much lock up that number 1 seed, as Brentsville's a couple rider points behind them. And moving on, also in the Central District, you have Matoaka. They're coming into this week as the 8th seed in 5A South. They're clinging to that playoff spot. They're being pursued by Deep Run, who is kind of a surprise team this year. They've come out after a few seasons of being down, and Chad Hornick moved over there as the head coach in the offseason, former coach at Thomas Jefferson. Deep Run's put it together, and they're just 1 rider point behind Matoaka in the standings for that. Meadowbrook and Prince George, we mentioned them. That's an all-Central District matchup. Meadowbrook and Prince George both kind of behind the 8 ball. Meadowbrook really needed to win that game last week against Thomas Dale. Since they didn't, they both kind of have an uphill battle. Whoever loses tonight is pretty much mathematically eliminated in that game, and whoever wins that game is going to need to win next week. Meadowbrook hosts Dinwiddie, which will be a tough one. And Prince George, who they're playing next week, escapes me. But
that's Hopewell.
Hopewell, right.
Yeah.
So both of those teams behind the 8 ball, even if whoever wins that game tonight has a real tough test to try to sneak in as the 8th seed. Yeah. And that's in Petersburg. We can't forget about Petersburg. Right now, Petersburg slotted in as the 5th seed in the 3A East, in the same bracket as Hopewell. They group Conference 26 and Conference 28 together. So that conference includes Hopewell, Tri-Cities, Petersburg. So Hopewell, as I've said, number 1, Petersburg number 5, and a couple of city schools slotted at 6. Thomas Jefferson there with 2 wins this season, and George Wythe, who won a game against Armstrong, their first win in 44 games.
Oh my!
And they're actually slotted as the 8th seed and a pretty weak side of the bracket.
Yeah.
So that's the 3A. And, it's pretty much the playoff scenarios there. Outside the area, you got Goochland leading the way in 2A.
Yeah, undefeated. Yeah.
Undefeated season for them.
So tell me a little bit about RVA Game Break.
Well, RVA Game Break, we are a website that's geared towards mostly football and basketball. We cover a little bit of everything. We cover the entire central region, north and south of the river. We've grown a lot over the past 6 months. We've grown immensely over the past 2 years. We actually launched the website last November, so we're coming up on a year old. And we are definitely going to stick our face in the birthday cake. Everybody's got to do that. And, we've been doing it. We've been doing what we can. We've been working hard, and got a good team of interns out there working for us. But we're just trying to provide the best coverage we can for this area. And there's a lot of stories to tell.
Yeah, there are. And Josh, we appreciate you dropping by and filling us in. And we got to take a couple of commercial breaks, but always good to have you. Whenever you're in town, come on back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back with more Hopewell football after this commercial word.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli's Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell. Phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
We're back here now at halftime with Hopewell leading 3-0. Joined again by Coach Marshall Parker, and the new feature that we started last week is a player questionnaires that I asked all the players, and Coach Irby handed it during study hall. And Coach Parker, you've got a lineman and I've got a receiver.
Yeah, I got number 75, A.J. Jackson, born in Hopewell, has two sisters. His major role in the team he sees to make the running backs and quarterbacks' jobs easier. He likes history because you get to learn how things were and how we evolved. And one of the best, one or two things he likes about Hopewell High School, he likes the pep rallies, of course, and the choices of classes you have. Outside of the high school experience, he wanted to know, he asked him, what would you say influences you the most? And he said, my family, because they always want me to do my best. And what do you like best about this time in your life? He said, the choices that I have. That's great to hear. And which is one of your biggest challenges right now, trying to make sure I keep an A honor roll, which I really love that. You know, a student athlete. And what athlete do you look up to and why? He says Muhammad Ali, because the challenges he had to face to get respect. And he does belong to the Skills USA organization, Hopewell High School, which says it's a great club up at our school.
And so I picked Allie Treadway, who is a senior transfer from Prince George High School, born in Weirton, West Virginia, does not have any brothers and sisters. His role on the team is an all-down receiver. The subjects that interest him in school the most, history, because it tells you about the world. And one or two things that he likes best about Hopewell High School are the teachers and the classes. Outside of his high school experience, what influences him the most? His uncle, Michael Weaver. And what do you like best about this time in your life? The opportunity to play football. What is one of your biggest challenges right now? Being consistent in the classroom. And then the athlete that he looks up to, Randy Moss, the best receiver ever.
If you're a receiver, that's a pretty good one to pick.
That's right. And do you belong to any other organizations at school? And he is going to be a three-sport guy, Coach, baseball and basketball. So,
yeah, that's good to hear. I love to see kids who, play more than one thing, because you never know what could help you get into school.
That's right. That's right. He's going to make the most of this 1 year at Hopewell, and he's going to be playing all three sports. And so we'll do that once again next week. We'll pick two more players and talk about them as Prince George comes to Hopewell. But right now, Hopewell has its hands full with Thomas Dale. Even though they have a 3-0 lead, Dale has had three significant drives, one all the way down to the 5-yard line of Hopewell, but all three times they lost fumbles. And Hopewell came away, and as a result of that, is shutting out a very powerful team.
Yeah, Thomas Dale's, offensively, they got some good size up front. They do a great job blocking. Their running back has had tremendous holes to go through, and the worst part about their game so far, the first half, they keep putting on the ground and bad opportunities when they're going in for scores.
Hopewell's had a hard time rushing the ball. Cuffey's had, from quarterback draw, maybe the most significant runs. And Hopewell defense hopefully will be able to make some adjustments here at halftime against the very strong running of freshman Chris Tyree of Thomas Dale. 3-0.
And we get the ball back.
And Hopewell will receive the kickoff. So that is good news as course, we learned from Josh Matthews there that Thomas Dale is the number 3 seed coach in their 6A. And that gives them high motivation to win tonight. Monacan's right ahead of them at number 2, and they're winning their game.
Well, Monaghan's a 4, so they wouldn't be in the same classification. Monaghan is a 4. Manchester is a 6.
That's what I missed.
Yeah.
Okay, that they're playing Manchester,
Right.
I think.
I think, and Monaghan's winning right now. I think.
Yeah, you're right. So,
and that just shoot out for a Hopewell grad there, Jim Henderson, head coach, and his dad Herman, who's my longtime defensive coordinator here, is also helping over there with the offensive line, and then his younger brother Bobby, who played for us here, is the defensive coordinator there. So, kind of a family thing, a little Hopewell thing. Shout out for the Henderson family.
yeah. Now, is Herman Henderson a wrestling coach?
He used to be the wrestling coach here when he was here. And stuff,
Yeah.
And he retired 3 years ago. So.
Okay. Well, we're about ready for the start of the second half, and Dale will kick off from their own 40-yard line. They're in their brown jerseys, brown helmets, kicking off to Hopewell, who will go left to right in their blue jerseys, pants, and helmets. Both teams with a 7-2 record in this Central District. As back to kick off for Thomas Dale is Austin Feeser, and Sean Allen is deep for Hopewell, who is a very
dangerous returner.
Let's see if they kick it short. No, they're going to kick it long, and Allen will field it at the 5, out to the 10, 15, heading left. Still on his feet across the 20, 25, finally wrestled out of bounds on the far side, but a good return for Allen. Out across the 30 he goes.
I just like that young man. He makes it exciting anytime he touches the ball.
He really does. Sean Allen, just a sophomore, transferred here from Colonial Heights, is the leading receiver for Hopewell with some 29 catches on the year, including a very big 37-yard strike from Greg Cuffey in the first quarter. Hopewell going left to right will have it 1st and 10 from their own 33. Hand off to Walker, straight up the middle. Good run on first down. Walker, hard to bring down. Takes about 3 nights to get him down. And a good gain on first down.
Yeah, picked up about 7 or 8 yards on that stick there.
Yeah, they're going to give him maybe 6.5, 7. It'll be Cooper joining Walker in the backfield here on 2nd and short. Allen and Murphy are split to the near side, and it's Hill and Treadway to the far side. Cuffey, as he has all the time, been in shotgun. And he fakes it to Walker, shoots straight up the middle, very close to a first down for Hopewell.
Number 7, Greg Cuffey.
And getting a good block that time by Anthony Jackson on that offensive line.
We'll measure.
They're one of the few measurements.
First one, I think, tonight. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the second one of the whole season. It seems like they're more concerned about getting the game over than sometimes it just seems like that the measurement is called for, but they haven't. But they're going to bring the chains in here.
Chain gang goes out to measure.
This next to the last game of the regular season. Thomas Dale has lost their 2 games to Dinwiddie, a team that beat Hopewell as well. The loss that Dinwiddie gave was a tough one.
First down.
The first down for Hopewell. Dale lost to Dinwiddie 28-19, and they also lost to Bird 31-0. As Hopewell gets its 5th first down of the game. And at the 43-yard line, they have 1st and 10. Opening moments, 3rd quarter, 10:40 to go. Hopewell with a 3-0 lead. Dale threatening blitz. And it's a handoff to Walker, a very short gain off left guard.
First down, Cuffey hands off to Nas Cooper.
It was Nas Cooper with the ball. rather than Walker.
Yeah, Ronnie was split out in the trips formation, the inside receiver that last play, along with Sean Allen and Murphy.
And he'll come that way this time as Walker in the slot on the right. Cooper, the running back, to the left of Cuffey. Now Walker in motion. He takes the handoff from Cuffey, sprints around the end on the left side, and he's going to be close to another Hopewell first down.
I think he got it.
Walker, a burst of speed, got the first, we believe, into Dale territory at about the 48-yard line.
First down.
And it is first down, Hopewell. Second consecutive first down. And Hopewell now in Dale territory, trying to get the first touchdown of the night for either squad.
Cameron Hill's the inside receiver on the trip side to us.
They fake it to
Throw
Walker.
it to him.
They give it
Or
to
six,
Allen.
Allen, a great run. First down.
Great run after the catch. Another first down for Hopewell.
A great block by Cameron Hill that time, too, to set him free.
That play has worked well for Hopewell all year long. Allen's got sure hands and then great speed. Good runs after the catch. That first down moves the chains down to the 36-yard line of Dale. In the hurry-up offense, they'll fake it to Walker. Cuffey keeps it for a short gain off the left side. Gain of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9, Blue Devils. At the 35-yard line of Dale. Hopewell playing turnover-free football, but Dale has coughed up 3 fumbles. And with 9:13 to go, Hopewell offense looking to the sideline. They have the play called in by number, and then the players look on their wrist to see what that play is, what number it represents. 2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils. Running play to Walker. Walker off left guard, another short gain, piled up and driven back as he got inside the 35.
We got a lineman down.
Yeah. The Hopewell defender is down. And it does look like we're going to have a trainers are going to have to attend to the injured player. We'll take a timeout and be back with football after this.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder's been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. For your knowledge and helpful staff, have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Okay, we're back here at Hopewell. We'll talk about that injury after this play. Cuffey shakes off one would-be tackler. Still on his feet, reverses directions, got some running room. Is finally brought down. A lot of running there. Still going to be shy of a first down. It was 3rd and 8. Cuffey did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job of winning a big loss, a big sack there. He did have Cameron Hill wide open. He just didn't see him right at the beginning. He was wide open.
It's going to be 4th down and about 5 yards to go for Hopewell. About the 31-yard line of Thomas Dale. So Hill and Allen and Murphy will be split to the near side. Treadway to the far side. Big 4th down as Cuffey calls out signals. It's going to fire it down the right sideline. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Nicely defended that time by Thomas Dale's Brent Williams, and the ball will go over on down. Interesting, Coach. Instead of just getting the 5 yards, they were going for it all there.
Yeah, I guess Cuffy thought he had a chance to get it to him, but he was pretty well covered on that play there.
Once again, that winning 50-50 ticket
So
number
the ball goes over on downs with 7:30 to go, third period. And so that'll be Dale's first possession of the second half. Their senior quarterback, Matt Lawton, brings the team out. He had been injured and has been all the way in this game at quarterback. Back to pass. It's setting up a screen on the left side. The pass is caught by Elijah Smith, and he breaks free. He's going to take it until Razon Murphy gets him at the 25-yard line, the touchdown-saving tackle.
Set up real nice that time, and he made a nice run when he caught the ball.
Well-designed play from Thomas Dale. About 49 yards or so, 45 yard on the pass play, all the way down to the 25-yard line of Hopewell. Can Hopewell's bend but not break defense stop? Chris Tyree heads left for a shorter gain this time, as big number 54 is in one of the tacklers after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Dale.
Joseph Hernandez. 2nd and 7.
As Dale looks to the sideline to get their play, Hopewell tried to stiffen for the 4th time tonight against Dale's penetration inside the 20. It's a running play to Tyree to the right side. He hit a brick wall.
Reggie Jones.
Reggie Jones leveled Chris Tyree after maybe a half a yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 7. And Coach, I would expect to see maybe a pass after the last 2 running plays.
We'll see one this time.
Yeah. They've been successful putting the ball up, and they've got a very accurate passer in Lawton. They have 2 receivers right, 1 left on 3rd and 7 from the 22-yard line of Hopewell. Lawton, but it's going to be a toss sweep to Tyree coming right side. Flag goes down,
got a hold.
and that will come back. It is a first down run for Dale, but the flag is going to go against the Knights of Thomas Dale. So they had a lot of people fooled here, as it looked like a passing situation on 3rd and 7. Instead, it was a toss sweep for Tyree heading right, and that one is an offensive holding call. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
It might be Tyree that's down.
There is an injured player. You're right, Coach. Down, that could be their freshman star at the end of that play, and he's down around the 10-yard line. As the trainers tend to him, we will take a commercial break and be back with more Hopewell football.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Branch Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area.
Okay, we're back here at Hopewell. It's a legal procedure, the call against Thomas Dale.
And the injured player was Tyree. He's holding his left arm.
And that 5-yard mark off, it's going to be now making it about 3rd and 20 for Dale. And so, for the 3 times in the first half that fumbles cost Dale. This time it's penalties that's thwarting one of their drives. But they still have a big third down here. They've got a very talented quarterback who has 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Matt Lawton in the shotgun on 3rd and 23. He rolls to the left, stops, fires towards the end zone. It's intercepted by Murphy. And Murphy's going to bring it out. Murphy, still on his feet, is finally corralled near the 26. His 3rd or 4th interception of the year. That was an ill-advised pass, Coach.
It was almost like it was a planned punt. Threw it down there and hoping they were going to tackle us inside the 10, and Murphy made a great run to get out of there. Had a couple nice blocks to get back to the.
I didn't see any Thomas Dale receiver anywhere near.
Nowhere near.
So the first interception of the game, and Hopewell will have it at about their own 26-yard line. 1st and 10, 3-0 lead, a 22-yard field goal in the second quarter is the only score in this ball game. These two squads and another hotly competitive competition here, as there's some delay before the start of this play with 4:45 to go, 3rd period. And the game has turned into a defensive struggle for the most part, although both teams have moved it fairly well. And no touchdown so far.
Yeah, they've shot themselves in their foot a few times tonight. They've moved the ball pretty well. We have moved it too, but they've really have the miscues, the fumbles, and interceptions have really hurt them.
So running play on 1st down, Walker.
Not much running room there.
Nope. Cameron Hill was a lone setback here on this near side. And it was a gain of maybe 1.5 yards for running. And 2nd and long for the Blue Devils with 4:25 to go, 3rd period. And Cooper and Walker join Cuffey in the shotgun, the T formation. Now Walker moves off to the wingback side, and it's going to be a designed quarterback run following a Walker block, but Cuffey doesn't have much running room as a good pursuit from the Thomas Dale defense. Stops Cuffey after a 1.5 yard gain. And so it's going to be 3rd and about 7.
Great block on that play by number 36, Nas Cooper.
3:45 to go. Hopewell, let's see if they'll put it in the air here. They have Hill and Allen to the near side and Treadway to the far side. The hash mark is on the far side of the field. Hopewell would love to keep possession of this ball. Cuffey on 3rd and 7, calling out signals. Now it's going to be flushed out of the pocket and is going to be sacked, as he couldn't find an open receiver. And Hopewell will have to punt it away here on 4th and 10. So Cameron Hill will drop back to attempt his 4th punt of the night.
Congratulations to the 50-50 winner, Nidra Taylor.
Again, after tonight's ball game, we'll name the Stroh-Schneider Chevrolet Player of the Game. We'll announce Bopper's Malt Shop and the opportunity for you to get a touchdown Sunday all day tomorrow, depending on the score. The snap goes over Hill's head, and he's going to be tackled in the end zone.
Fumbled it
and
again.
He fumbled
Touchdown.
it. Oh, my. Is Dale going to get a touchdown out of this? It's a safety.
That's not a safety.
It looked like that should be a touchdown on a...
Unless the ball went out of bounds, it should be a touchdown, but I guess they're saying he went out of bounds.
So the long snapping continues to be an issue for Hopewell. That ball just, Hill did not have a chance to get that one. Sailed over his head.
I think it's the Cubs up now 3-2. Over the Indians.
That's right. There's a baseball game we got to get to after this one, but it does look like a baseball score here. 3-2 now
right now thinking it was a touchdown. I'd be arguing too because it looked like it was a touchdown.
So you may be right that somehow went out of bounds, out of the end zone. And that safety ruling keeps Hopewell in the lead 3-2. But Hopewell will have to kick it off from maybe their 20-yard line, I believe, is where the punt or the kickoff will occur. So now, do we have an injury there at the long snapper?
It was Leon Leach, but when he separated the shoulder, I think they have a new snapper, but I'm not too sure who snapped the ball.
Yeah.
Leon Leach is a fine long snapper, but when he separated his shoulder, the AC separation, he hadn't been snapping.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's back doing that or not.
Well, it's the first mistake by Hopewell tonight. Dale has had 4 of them, 3 fumbles and an interception. And Hopewell playing, for the most part, mistake-free football, but that one cost them 2 points. The safety comes at the 2:25 to go in the third period and cuts Hopewell's lead to 1. 3-2 the score, and a line drive kick that bounces all the way down to the 33-yard line of Dale. Good run straight up the middle. Great running room all the way into Hopewell territory. Still on his feet is number 16, A.J. Lazaro. And just like that, Dale has great position on the field inside the 30 of Hopewell. Well, the momentum has shifted in the Knights' direction here. Let's see.
He's still out. He's already got his pads off. He's not going back in.
That's Chris Tyree.
Yeah.
Will not see action as Gabe McCallan comes on to. It looks like maybe Devontae Russell will replace him, and McCallum will be in the slot on the right side. Russell, a 5'10 senior, takes the handoff, heads left, and this time a short gain as Hopewell's adjustments at the halftime have improved their defensive thrust. Hernandez made the tackle after a gain of 2. And let's see if the bend but don't break Hopewell defense can rise to the challenge one more time. They've done it 4 times tonight. And holding on to a 3-2 lead here. Lawton tossed to Russell, heading around the right side to make one guy miss. Cooper had him.
Jeffrey had him for a no gain and let him go.
Yeah, actually it was Trayvon Allen that made the initial hit in the backfield, and he bounced off of Allen.
Close to a first down.
Yeah, maybe a half a yard shy. That would have been a nice tackle in the backfield for a loss. It would have set up a 3rd and about 12, but as it is now, it's 3rd and maybe a half a yard.
Yeah.
And they again run to the left. Cooper made the hit, but I think he might have fallen forward for the first. Nas Cooper made a good tackle, but the Knights will get their 12th first down. And they'll move the chains down to the 19-yard line of Hopewell. Lawton. And that's going to be a defensive encroachment against Reggie Jones. Hopewell, that cost them 5, and again, that's a flag that will not be dropped in college in the NFL, but it is in high school.
Yep, what they call encroachment, across that line right there with the football, and it's automatic flag in high school.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Knights. To the ground. Oh, unfortunately, Russell fell down trying to make the cut from heading left back to the center right, and he went down without being touched by any Hopewell player. He falls forward for maybe a 2-yard gain, though. It'll be 3rd and 3, or 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 for the Knights.
Is that an official timeout, looks like?
And it may be an official's timeout. The clock is not right. It's not at the 19, but it's about at the
This 22nd, yeah.
13-yard line, I believe, is where the ball is on 2nd and 3. Knights trying to get into the end zone. They'd be the first team to do so tonight. It's 3-2 Hopewell. Running play, Russell. He's close to a first down. He's got the first down.
And just poor tackling right now, Jeff. I mean, we have him at the line of scrimmage and we're not hanging on. He's down inside, probably around the 3-yard line.
So the Thomas Dale Knights have a 1st and goal as
fourth quarter.
As the third quarter comes to an end, and Hopewell's 1-point lead is in danger. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter after this commercial timeout.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell, is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell. Phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
Okay, we're back here at the start of the 4th quarter, along with Coach Marshall Parker, Jeff Butler, as Thomas Dale has a 1st and goal at the 3. And a great touchdown-saving tackle.
Touchdown.
Oh, he just got in. Russell was almost brought down as he, on second effort, got across, and he limps off the field, having hurt his leg. But he gets his team into the end zone for the first touchdown for either squad. It comes in the first play of the 4th quarter.
And they're going for 2.
Yeah, because of the safety against Hopewell, the score now 8-3 rather than 6-3. And they will try to make it a 7-point game here as Lawton.
Unbalanced line over here.
He
Bobbled the ball.
fumbled
Yeah.
And the 2-point conversion fails.
Yeah, they had an unbalanced line this side too, and then we didn't pick it up, but he mishandled the ball trying to hand it off, so we got lucky there.
So Hopewell now just down by 5, and we'll be back with more of this thrilling game following this commercial break.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you.
Okay, we're back here on the ensuing kickoff following the touchdown from Thomas Dale. Razon Murphy has the kind of the squib kick, and he moves it from the 15 to the 25.
I think kind of smart not trying to kick the ball to Allen because he's a great return man and kind of squibbed it down for her, and Murphy picked up. Had a nice little gain out of it, though. So that brought it back to the 25 at least.
And that's where Hopewell will try to get a little offensive surge, some momentum as Greg Cuffey, the junior quarterback, on 5 games ago following Cameron Hill's injury, and has continued to perform admirably at that role. And he fakes it to Walker and keeps it out to about the 28, 29-yard line. So a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. It'll be, say, 2nd and 7 for the Blue Devils. Sean Allen has one great catch in the first half of some 37 yards, but most of the receivers have been quiet, as this defense of Dale is tough. As Hill takes the low snap from center, rolls out to the right, fires on the run. It's caught.
Allie.
And it's going to be a first down for Hopewell, as Allie Treadwell made the reception, and they'll move the chains. And that's a terrific first down for the Blue Devils. And they're trying to answer that touchdown drive from Thomas Dale with one of their own. The ball's at the 37-yard line of Hopewell. Back to the ground they go. It's Walker trying to find something, but little running room as he headed to the right side.
They got like six, 7 guys in the box, and we're just outnumbered there. And unless one misses, yeah, we're having a tough time running. I think the quick stuff we just threw earlier, that's the stuff that's working for us right now.
A gain of 1 for Walker, 2nd and 9. I'd like to see Cameron Hill do something. He's sort of like the X factor. Wasn't maybe planned for by the Thomas Dale defense. He's going to be over here on the near side with Allen and Murphy on 2nd and 9. It's a running play to the opposite side. Cuffey's got the running room. He's got some running room. He's into Dale territory. Could he take it all the way? No, he's tackled inside the 20. I don't see any flags down.
He's down to about the 10-yard line.
So great running from Greg Cuffey from his own 39-yard line all the way down near the 10. And that's the threat that Greg Cuffey is. And so with the ball at about the 10-yard line.
They're just inside it, so we got 1st and goal. We got 4 downs to put it in.
8-3. Thomas Dale on top. We've had a field goal and a safety and 1 touchdown. And Hopewell looking for their first touchdown on 1st and goal from inside the 9. It's another running play. Cuffey can't find much running room to the left, cuts up into the middle for a very short gain.
Probably just to the line of scrimmage. Not much gain at all on that play.
It'll be interesting if, with 9 minutes to go in the game, if Hopewell can't get the 9 to 10 yards for the touchdown, if they try another field goal, make it 8-6. This time they're going to fake it to Walker, and they throw it up into the end zone. It's incomplete. Almost a diving catch. I think Treadway was the intended receiver. I like the call.
Yeah, I mean, he had an opportunity and just didn't come down with it.
So big 3rd down play here. Clock stops with 8:52. Plenty of time, but Hopewell down by 5 points, 8-3. And it's 3rd and goal from the 9. Walker to the right of Cuffey in the backfield. He's going to pass.
Caught it.
Across the middle.
And he got no flag.
And they say incomplete. It was intended for Cameron Hill. Cameron Hill almost made a great catch. It's going to set up a 4th and goal from the 9. Do they go for it? Or?
Yeah, it's an interesting call. You know, here you're going for the 4th, you get a field goal. Field goal could win it.
Yeah.
So,
but they're electing to go for it here with 8:46 to go. They pass it out to the left flat for Allen. He's not going to be able to get it. So Dale holds. Yeah, I kind of like, that making it a field goal game. It's a tough defense, and maybe they're thinking, Dale has been running the ball and passing the ball so well, they just don't want to.
Yeah, it's 50-50 there. You struggled most of the game moving the football, and then you got it down there probably trying to take a chance to get a score. But I think you look at a field goal. If you can get it in, then you got a chance. If you get back down there, you got a good kicker in Cameron who probably can put it in from at least 30 yards out. So, but it's a 50-50 call, and Thomas Dale made a great defensive line. 2 up.
So it'll be first and 10 for Dale from their own 10-yard line. Lawton puts it on the ground. Russell still on his feet. Out across the 15-yard line he goes. A good gain on first down for the senior running back who is on in relief of Chris Tyree, who was injured earlier in the game.
I tell you, we're making good contact line of scrimmage. We're just not making tackles.
He got 9 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd and 1. Russell behind Lawton in the shotgun. He receives the handoff again, heads to the right, and I believe has the first down. It stays in bounds. And they'll move the chains. And Hopewell at this point trying to create what would be the 4th fumble against Dale tonight. They've lost all 3 fumbles, but now they've got a fresh set of downs on 1st and 10. It's a running play to the left. And this time tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Russell doesn't go anywhere. There might have been Reggie Jones in there.
I think Hernandez was in there, and number 9 for us.
Allen, Trayvon Allen.
Yeah, good defensive play, no game.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Knights. With 7:30 to go and counting. And Dale holding on to an 8-3 lead. And what we may be talking about later on, if Hopewell had gone for the field goal, it was well within Cameron's range. It would have made it 8-6. Passing out to the left flat, tipped away at the last second by Treadway. What a good play.
Treadway had 6 in his head. If he'd have picked that one off, there was nothing in front of him.
Yeah, he needed just another half a step, and he was off to the races. Quarterback Matt Lawton didn't even see Treadway coming out from nowhere to break that ball up. And so now it's going to be 3rd and 10. The clock stops with 7:11 to go. Hopewell wanting to get that ball back and needs to get it into the end zone. They only have a second quarter field goal.
A little different formation, 2 backs side by side by the quarterback.
Lawton, some pressure on him. He fires long. The receiver is open and makes a great catch. No, he made the catch.
We picked it off.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm glad you.
We picked it off. That was a great interception.
That was. Oh, my gosh. That was
19.
Number 19 for
Tyreek Harris, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tyreek Harris, the backup punter. And a terrific catch.
Yeah, he went up the highest point like you teach it and pulled it right out of the air.
With 7:05, Hopewell gets the ball back at their own 42. Terrific catch. The second interception against Matt Lawton. Razon Murphy picked one off earlier. And now Hopewell will try to take advantage of it. Cuffey on the ground to Walker.
Walker fought 2 yards there.
Yeah, bulls his way to the 45 for 2nd and 8.
Still plenty of time, so you don't have to panic. You just got to make some good blocks and make some good decisions. Quarterback. Right now, we're in the driver's seat, and we just got to be patient and take what they give us.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. On 2nd and 8, Cuffey fires it, overshooting the intended receiver, Cameron Hill. He had
2 receivers open. Just they sent 9 at us that time. 8 actually. He only had 3 guys covering. We got by 2 of them, easy.
So it'll be 3rd and 8. Clock stops with 6:30 to go in the game. The ball's at the 45-yard line of Hopewell. They trail 8-3. It's been a field goal to safety. Made it a 3-2 Hopewell lead. And then a touchdown and a missed 2 extra point on 3rd and 8. Cuffey stepping up, firing incomplete, intended for Hill. Across the middle, a bit too high. And now it does appear that Hopewell will punt it away on 4th and 8.
Yes, Leon Leach is not the long snapper. He's going off the field, so I'm not too sure the snapper is. Looks like 27.
All right, number 27 in there
No,
is
it's 51.
51 would be Rael Smith.
Yeah.
He's their.
He was a starting center first year, but the long snapper's been Leon Leach, but now 51's doing it.
So Cameron Hill stands near his own 30.
That was shaky also.
That was. And on the run, a nice kickoff return by number 16, A.J. Lazaro, gives Dale good field position here with 6:17 left, and they're holding on to an 8-3 lead. So Dale survived 5 turnovers and holds a 5-point lead. And Hopewell has not fumbled it or had an interception, but had a safety against them. The ball was snapped over the head of Cameron Hill. And now Lawton will try to take some time off the clock for the Thomasdale Knights. But surprising, he's putting it in the air. It's a screen pass to the left. It's worked well before.
Working well again.
It's working well now. And off to the races they go. Touchdown. Yeah. What a terrific play. What a terrific play. Some 60 yards on the screen pass to number 10. No flags. Michael Bailey, very athletically, navigated 60 yards for the touchdown. With 5:58 to go and a 14-3 lead.
We're not ready for this. They got a muddle huddle look, and we're kind of walking around. They didn't take advantage of that.
Looks like Dale will go for the traditional extra point try. It would make it a 15-3 lead here with 5:58 to go in the game. They're one player shy, so they quickly get the 11th player onto the field. For the snap, the hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. There's a timeout on the field with 5:58 to go, and Thomasdale has taken a 15-3 lead, and we'll be back with more Hopewell football.
Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
Okay, following a 60-yard pass play from Matt Lawton to Michael Bailey, it was just a screen pass over to the left flat, and Bailey ran.
Number 6, Sean Allen, back to receive.
So what we call like a little jailbreak screen. He just the slot man went out and blocked the wide receiver, cover man, and he just cut it back to the middle and took it to the house.
Let's see if Allen can take it to the house. He takes it, kickoff return from the 5. And he's wrestled down across the 25. And now Hopewell has 5:51 to go, but they're down by 12, 15-3. as the band plays on the other side to try to energize this Hopewell squad. They've been met with a force, and that's a Thomas Dale defense. Played well all night long. And actually, this is a complete team. Their offensive production, superb. In the driver's seat to heading towards a 8-2 record, or 7-2. As Cuffey firing across the middle, it's caught. And Cameron Hill could take it to the house. Cameron Hill might be brought down from behind. He is.
I don't know how he got that ball in there, but he did. That was a great catch, great throw.
From the 26-yard line all the way down inside the 20, it's going to be down near the 10. And so maybe Hopewell is not out yet, as Cuffey threaded the needle to Cameron Hill all the way down to the 9. That's where they were last time, first and goal at the 9. Can they punch it in here with 5:33 to go? Clock starts now. And they'll fake it to Walker, and Cuffey takes it in. So just like that, Hopewell is bouncing back. It's now 15-9.
All we need to do is kick the extra point.
Yeah.
This game's not over yet, folks.
I still look at that missed field goal opportunity.
9-15.
But what a great play from Greg Cuffey to Cameron Hill.
Go for one.
Some 65-yard pass play from Cuffey to Hill. And then Cuffey took it in from 9 yards out. And now Cameron Hill will attempt the point after.
Good.
The kick is good. Still plenty of time. 5:22 left. We'll be back with more Hopewell football after this timeout.
Do the shopping for you.
Stroh Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh Snyder's been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
So Cameron Hill ready to approach the ball at the 40-yard line. 5:22 left in this one. A nice kickoff that heads down to about the 5-yard line. And the Thomas Dale return man takes it to the left.
Number 14.
And it was number 14 on the reception, Blake Keller. And with 5:14 to go, Dale holding on to a 5-point lead, 15-10.
Got a flag on Thomas Dale.
And that would be terrific.
Back to the 15 probably. Inside the 15 probably.
So the holding call against the Knights on that kickoff. And now Hopewell trying to turn the ball over, trying to get the 6th turnover against Dale tonight. They forced 3 fumbles and had 2 interceptions against Thomas Dale. And as Dale will have it 1st and 10 from about their own 15-yard line. They'd love to get one more turnover here with 5:14 to go in the game and down by 5 points. Matt Lawton been all the way at quarterback, and he'll start in the shotgun, and he has 2 running backs to either side. He's going to pass on 1st down, He's going to be set in the background, and then there was a fumble.
Oh, they got it back, though.
The first fumble that they have recovered.
I thought we had it there for a minute, Jeff. I'd have been inside the 10.
It would be terrific. Somebody was coming from his blind side, Coach.
That was Reggie Jones again in there.
So it's a loss of about 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go.
About 18, something like that.
17, 7-yard loss. So 7-yard loss as Russell behind Lawton is submarine.
Lost that play.
And the Hopewell defense is fired up here as Dale is just going backwards. Play after play. It's going to be third down. He lost a couple more. And the Hopewell fans on the far side are going wild as Dale looks a bit discombobulated on third and about 18 or 19 yards to go. Lawton stands in his end zone. Russell behind him. He's going to throw out of the end zone. Firing long. It's almost intercepted.
I think he's throwing the ball just to get like a punt for him, throwing it down the field.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Now they got to punt out of the end zone.
The clock stops with 3:49 to go. As really those, yeah, I agree, Coach, because that pass,
he just threw it up for our guys to go get.
Yeah. Matt Lawton will punt.
Now we got Mr. Football for us back there, Sean Allen. So main thing is catch it first, Sean.
Yeah. Lawton stands near the end line, some 9.5 yards back.
He's right at the end there.
It's a good snap from center. The kick is a beauty, spiraling kick that Allen takes at the 45, cuts up the middle. He's got some running room. Allen still on his feet.
Down inside the 20.
So Sean Allen.
Outside the 22, I think.
Electrifying punt return. And Hopewell with the ball inside the 25-yard line of Thomas Dale, closer to the 20. 3:34 to go in the game. And the fans are going wild on the Hopewell side. Cameron Hill motioning for quiet so they can hear. First and 10, Hopewell. Inside the 25-yard line, they give it to Walker. Walker straight up the middle for some hard-earned yards.
It's about 4 yards on the carry.
Well, the PA announcer said 4. It looks more like 2. And it'll be second and 8, we think.
They were hard-earned too, also.
Yes. Clock ticking down to the 3:05 mark. Score, Thomas Dale 15, Hopewell 10. On second and 8 from about the 23-yard line of Dale. It's a Cuffey design run. Off right tackle. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown. Hopewell scores.
There you go for 2.
Greg Cuffey from some 22 yards out on a quarterback draw. And then they need to be careful that they don't draw a sideline warning, which would be resulting in a penalty because they've had one warning already. So with the score 16-15, Hopewell is lined up to go for 2. And Cuffey has Walker to his left and trips to the left, and Allen Hill and Razon Murphy. Treadway, the lone receiver, to the right. They're going to throw it out to the left flat. Caught by Allen. Allen's got it. 2-point conversion is good.
Got a flag.
Flag goes down. A flag at the end of that play.
Play was, if it's a lineman downfield, it's crazy because the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
It's holding against Hopewell. So the 2-point conversion.